Okay, how are you folks? Out with Mark for a bit of an afternoon hunt out in an area we've done before, out in the bush. Been going for about 5 minutes. I managed to get bitten by a bloody an inch ant already, which stings a little bit, but I've just unearthed an absolute cracking find. So this area was used by the military during the Second World War. And what I've unearthed in front of me is what appears to be a piece of trench art. So it's made of brass, looks like it's been cut out of a shell casing of some description. If I turn it over, you can see it's been really intricately done. And it appears to be a brass swallow made out of a piece of shell casing. You can see it's been cut along here quite crudely and along here on the outline. And they've gone through and just used whatever they had to make the markings. You can see the markings aren't perfect, which leads me along the line of trench art. But as far as first finds go today, that's an absolute pearler. Alright, let's keep going. Okay folks, my next find is a couple of metres over from my last, and I've got an old harmonica reed. We go there. Pretty good nick actually, not too far down, not too deep. Alright, let's keep going. Right folks, it's fairly thick through here. We've got this nice little cliff line here, and at my back I've got this big old Angophora tree. I'll just spin the camera around so you can see. There it is there. And I've just uncovered my first coin for the day. If you look down in there, you can just see the edge of it. Just there. So I'm just going to take that out. Alright, we've got ourselves a penny. And these come up pretty good from the bush here. There's no fertiliser attacking them, they're not constantly wet. And there you go there folks, got a nice wartime coin. 1942, Skippy penny. Excellent. Alright, let's keep going. Alright folks, just uncovered a cracker of a find. 92 both ways on the XP Deus. Down pretty shallow. You can see that's just as I've pulled it out. So you've got an Australian World War II Rising Sun hat badge. Let's pick that up. Oh yeah, it's a little bit bent on the top. That's not from me. I know you are under the impression that I whack everything I find with a trowel, but no, I didn't hit this one. But look at that, got both eyes intact. How sweet is that? Alright, let's keep cracking on, eh? Alright folks, been slogging through the scrub here, been pretty quiet. But I've got a nice 89 signal, and you can see it just sitting in the very bottom of the hole there. It's resting right on top of a rock shelf. That's rock just there. And there's the coin just there. I'm going to pop that up. Look at the imprint left on the rock. We'll give a bit of a look at this, eh? Oh, this one's quite heavily crusted folks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you down for a sec and give it a scrub and get back to you. One moment. Oh, there she is there folks. After some vigorous scrubbing, I can make out the date on the bottom. It's a 1922 Commonwealth of Australia penny. Thankfully it wasn't a 1930 or a 1925, because it'd probably be worth bugger all in this state. Alright, let's keep going, eh? Alrighty, still going folks. Just moved out in this little patch of lawn you can see here. It's not really lawn as such, it's more of a clearing. And I've just popped another coin. We look down there. Well, you can tell it's a copper straight away because I've smacked it. But that's a halfpenny in size. That's a Commonwealth of Australia halfpenny. And you can see the date down there, 1939. So we've got a 1939 Commonwealth of Australia halfpenny in less than stellar condition, shall we say. Alrighty, let's keep going. Alright, so still kicking around this this park area outside the bush, and I've just uncovered my first silver, looks like it. Come in and get that. I have, and it looks to be a 1920 threepence. How beautiful is that? Sweet. Let's keep on going, eh? Alright folks, my next find's pretty interesting. It wasn't down real deep, but I've got what appears to be the remains of a, looks to have been a badge. You can see the area where it, the catch was, and where the pin used to be over on this side. It's a pretty cool bicycle badge. Came out in one piece. It's just this time the pin's missing off it. It looks to have an eyelet at the top corner here as well. Maybe not, but it's not a precious metal. Pretty cool nonetheless. Alright, let's keep going. I'll tell you what, I'm liking this park better for silvers than I am the bush. If you look just in here, looks like I've got my second silver. And this one looks to be a 1950 sixpence. Excellent. Alright, so it should have on the back King George VI. And there you go there. Alright, get him out in the sun a little bit. Beautiful. Alright, let's keep going. Alrighty, so probably about 20 minutes later, since the last one anyway, I've dug a nice little plug in this lawn, and right at the bottom there you can see what appears to be a silver threepence. Let's get in there and get that. There we go there, and it's a wartime threepence, so 1943. That's 92.5% silver, and there's King George VI on the back. Sweet as. Alright, let's keep on going. Alright, I just got a really nice 82 both ways, and I've popped this coin here. Initially I've just pulled it out of the hole because I thought it was a 2-cent piece, but I don't think it is. Looking at the head on the back of it, that's King George V, and you turn it over, that's a farthing, ladies and gentlemen. That's a British farthing. And I have to give it a really good finger scrub here. Try and get a date for you. It's not an old one. It's looks like 19. I don't know, 1930 something. Hang on. Yummy. No, 19. Yeah, I've got no idea. But that is officially my first farthing. How sweet is that? I've been detecting for a while and never ever found one of these. I'm pretty stoked. Alright, just about to wrap it up and then head home. Or maybe not, might go for a little bit longer into the dark. We'll see how we go. Alright. Alrighty, so I just closed the hole up. The hole was actually just here, but next to it I've got another, what appears to be a halfpenny, and this one's in even less palatable condition than the first, but as you can see there, you've got a date. It's a Skippy, so it's a 1948 Skippy halfpenny. This is coming to focus, that'd be nice. There you go there, folks. Alright, there's a little lesson there. Always run the detector back over the hole once you fill it. Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, the sun's just starting to go down, so I thought I'd switch to headlamp briefly. But you can see I just found myself a badge. Giving it a little bit of a clean, and looking at that, it appears to be a scouting badge. You've got the crest in the middle, and the Australian emu and kangaroo on the left and the right, well, as you're looking at it respectively. So that's pretty cool. I'll give that a bit of a clean up when I get home, and we'll have a chat about it, eh? Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so we're still heading back to the car. We've been doing that for about the last hour. Not very successfully though. Reasonably shallow hole, and you can see just about there I've popped what appears to be another penny. And it is. It's Queen Elizabeth on that side, so it's going to be a young one. Let's go with the 1960s, eh? Oh, I was close. 1958. So you got a 1958 Skippy penny. Alright, let's get going. Alright folks, it's the morning after. We went not too late last night, but got some nice stuff all up, so we'll start over with the coins. There's the pennies across the top there. You got 2 Skippy pennies and a Commonwealth of Australia penny in the middle. Beneath that you've got a Skippy half penny and a Commonwealth of Australia half penny, and my first ever farthing. And you can see it's actually quite a bit smaller than the half pennies. I suppose if I put this sixpence up on top of it, it's almost the same size as a sixpence. I know that doesn't help many people who aren't from Australia or familiar with the Australian coins, but yeah, so pretty stoked with that. In the silvers, we've got a 1950 sixpence, 43 threepence, and a 1920 threepence. As far as spending money goes, what did we end up with? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, $17, and a bunch of 1 and 2 cent pieces. Over to the relics. We all saw the harmonica reed come out, as well as the Australian Rising Sun badge, which is an absolute perler. The scout badge was later on into the evening. I think I was under headlamp by then. You didn't see this button come out, mainly because I didn't video it, but yeah, nice old button. So we've got a mixture of stuff that dates pre-war there as well. This little heart earring, a religious medallion. This was actually inside a piece of cloth wrapped in tape. A bit weird. Early in the hunt you saw the little bicycle pin come out. This one came out of the bush as well. A lot of you would be tempted to say dog collar, but it's not. The buckle's all wrong. It's actually a piece of military buckling attached to its original leather steel. And last and by no means least, this beautiful trenchant swallow. If you have a look at the detail in there, is whoever's made it's gone to a lot of effort and a lot of trouble to create that. And it's a beautiful piece. So it's a bit of a toss-up for me whether this is the find of the hunt, or whether or not it's this 1930 something farthing. I'm sort of in two minds. You're probably going to see the farthing on the cover page, mainly because I took an awesome photo of it when I took it out of the hole. But this is a beautiful piece too. I mean, I do find a little bit of trench art, but this is the first one of these I've found, and it's an absolute cracker. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed the hunt. The video might go for a little bit long, but there's a lot more stuff that came out that I didn't video. Alright, we'll see you on the next one folks. Don't forget to share, chuck me a thumbs up, and make a comment if you feel you need to. Alright folks, catch you on the next one.